Hello everyone. I just 1cc'd Police Batrider. Going to record a commentary now. Yeah, for my Toho 10 commentary, I kind of recorded little bits at a time and did multiple takes, and it was really annoying. So I'm just going to do one long take. It's going to be bad, but we're going with Sky High first. Then sewage system and airport. We're picking carpet with the start button, which increases her speed, but does not increase her shot power or option power. The thing is, she's already really strong. She has a really good shot and ridiculously good options. So yeah, you want speed, or at least I wanted speed. Now, because Carpet is from the Maho Daisakusen series, you have to be careful to destroy the sign before... Oh, here I bomb just to get my score up a little bit. That'll be important later. But yeah, so there's secret bosses that it can trigger with this character, and one of them is triggered by destroying the building before you destroy the sign that falls on it. And I do not want to fight that boss, so there's a couple times in the run where I'll do some weird movement to avoid triggering an extra secret boss that I don't want to fight. By the way, I don't know why it shows, so on the left it shows that I trigger the secret boss blunt. That's actually that's just based on what your starting level is. Or your second level, whatever the second level is you choose in stage edit. But I have not triggered Bassinet, and I'm not going to, so I don't know why it says that there. Yeah, the trigger for Bassinet is destroying all these blue planes, so you can see it shut off now. But I think it comes back on later. It might be a glitch with the UI overlay, or maybe it's just a quirk in how the game stores that flag. Yeah, these ships are pretty annoying. Sometimes it's easier to just bomb them. Oh yeah, I forgot in this run, I actually don't have my shot upgraded to the max level yet, and when you upgrade Carpet Shot to the max level, it becomes a really good piercing shot, which makes this boss maybe slightly easier, but it's not too much harder with a non-full level shot. The main thing to watch out for this boss, I find, is that attack you just saw there, where it spams lasers directly below it. That comes out really quickly and can catch you off guard. So yeah, you can see on the right there is a rank bar. Keeping your rank is how difficult the game is, and it slowly increases over time. And keeping your rank low is pretty important in this game. It's not that important until you get to stages 6 and 7. But once you get to that point, it becomes the game becomes, especially in stage 7, the game becomes really difficult if your rank is high. So I do a little bit of scoring just to ensure I get extra lives at the right times, and in particular to ensure never mind. Yeah, basically to ensure that I get extra lives at appropriate times, I do a bit of scoring, but very little, because most of the things I think the medals you can collect that are good for increasing your score also up your rank a little bit. I also try to avoid picking up power-ups as much as possible. Even if you're at max power, you can still pick up power-ups and you'll get a small amount of points, but it'll boost your rank a little bit as well, and over time that adds up. So dodging power-ups, I feel is pretty important. Yeah, this overlay, I found it on speedrun.com. If you search If you look at the page there for Police Batrider, apparently people do speed runs of this, like not even 1ccs, trying to just beat it as fast as possible, which I think is kind of funny. Oh yeah, this boss, I noticed at some point that you get a ton of points if you use your bomb to destroy your turrets. The bomb, Carpet's bomb is getting really huge, which is funny. But yeah, if you use the bomb, you get a ton of points here, so I use that also. That's probably the other main score boosting thing I do. So now I got over 15 million points or something, so an extend is going to drop. I'm going to intentionally miss it, because you cannot have more than 3 lives. And, yeah, you cannot have more than 3 lives, and if you collect an extend when you have max lives, it boosts your rank by like 12%, which is a ridiculous amount. So you really want to avoid that. The other thing is that if you drop 3 extends and then spawn another extend, then the new one will actually be a special extend that fully refills your lives without increasing your rank. So I'm actually going to trigger that in this run. My strategy basically, what I basically aim to do in each run is I would try to set up for the special extend, but if I got to 1 life, if I got down to 1 life too early, I would just like pick up a regular extend and just play the game with 2 lives. If you pick up an extend when you have 2 lives left, it boosts the rank by 6%, which is obviously not as bad as 12, but it's still quite a lot. And if you pick up an extend at 1 life, it boosts it by around 3%. So, yeah, it's good to avoid picking up extends when you have 2 lives left, even though you might think like, oh, well, it's good for safety because I'll have 3 lives instead of 2. But if you do that a lot in the run, picking up extends at 2 lives, it actually jacks up your rank a lot and makes the game a lot harder. Anyways, I think I didn't finish my thought earlier. Yeah, I was so I tried to set up for the special extend, and there's another special extend that I try to set up for. It's only it's only like 1 life, but it's special in the sense that it only appears if you drop 3 large bomb pickups. Then after that, a single extend will appear. And I try to set. I don't actually get it in this run, but I try to always set up for it for 2 reasons. One is that it's just useful to kind of have in your back pocket if your life count gets too low too early. You can there's a couple points in stage 6 where you can, and stage 7 where you can trigger a large bomb pickup and use that to get the extend. And I can also potentially use it depending on how things work out. If the timing works out right, I can potentially use it to count towards my 3 dropped extends for the special full life extend. So yeah, that's another thing I set up for. And then here, I'm going to kill the blue tank, which I intentionally kept alive. And you see right there, right before it scrolled off the screen, it dropped an extend. And I let that scroll off screen, and now my dropped extends count is 2. So if I drop 1 more, then the next extends that spawns will be that special max life extend. Now up ahead, I'm going to fight Blunt. Depending on which stage you select as your stage 2, depending on which stage you fight one of 3 different bosses. People seem to think Sobat, the green one, is the easiest, but okay, so I normally find Blunt easier, it's more like I just never learned how to fight Sobat, because Blunt is easier to kind of like dodge blindly without knowing things. Sobat has a few quick attacks you kind of have to like know are coming. But yeah, Blunt was really mean in this fight. Like, Normally he doesn't do that arm extending move very much, but he did it like 4 times and it was really awkward. Yeah, we're on to stage 6, which is like, it's funny because there are 7 stages, but the start of stage 6 is like the halfway point of the game, really. The last 2 stages are very long and very difficult. So we're coming up on another extend, and I drop it, and now I'm at 3 dropped extends. So the next extend I spawn is going to be that special extend. And in this run, I managed to spawn it at kind of an ideal time, like very late in the stage, right before the boss. This first turret wall here gives me a lot of trouble, and in fact, I actually took a death there. I can dodge it sometimes, but it feels pretty tight. I'm not super consistent at it. So up ahead, I just spawned a large bomb item by killing one of the tanks there. I'm going to collect it. I could have dropped it, and then that would spawn an extend, which would be the max life extend, but I'm only down 1 life. So I want to save that special max life extend for later when I've lost more than 1 life. So that's why I picked up that bomb. It's also just useful to have more bombs in this stage. So there are a few difficult parts. These circular turret things, they can be a bit annoying, but Carpet's options make them, you can kind of like move away, from them and take them out safely with her options. So now we're at the second turret wall. Forget what happens here. I think I bomb. Yeah, I got a little scared. Well, I almost ran into a bullet, and so I bombed. Took it out safely. Those 2 cannons that like shoot the big red lasers and then shoot the spinny bullets, they can be a pain. Especially there's another set of them later in the stage that I very frequently die on. In fact, I think I die on them in this run. So I'm actually at max bombs. You can carry 5 bombs, which is represented as like 4 plus all the little ones. Yeah, so I misdodged there, and now I'm down to 1 life. And it looks like I'm pretty far from the next extend, or it may look like that, because the next extend is at 45 million. But there's actually, if you destroy these turret things with your bomb, you can see my score has already jumped up to like 44 million. And so that actually gives me enough to get the next extend. It's the special extend, and I'm back at full lives, but I didn't get the normal rank increase from picking up extend. So that's really good, and basically the key to why this run was successful. I did have another run where I almost cleared it, where using sort of the different strategy, where like I would let my lives my lives got down to 1 a bit earlier, and so then I picked up just a regular 1 life extend, and then played for a while at 2 lives, and the rank was higher than this, but it was low enough that it was manageable. And on that run, I got to the last phase of the final boss, and I was very close to winning, but I got sniped by a laser. One of those green curvy homing lasers, if you know this game. This boss is pretty tough. There's this attack, and then there are a few attacks where you just sort of have to know that it's coming and be in a certain position, or you won't dodge it. Alright, we are on to the last stage, and our rank is only at 34%, which is quite good. Often it's in like the 40s somewhere when I get here. And if it's above 50, I find this stage gets very difficult. So being at 34 is quite good. Those turrets that spawn there, you kind of just have to know that's coming. Rank, in addition to things like bullet speed, it also affects enemy health. So it's actually able to kill this turret thing before it used its second attack, where it fires these like fast spread bullets. So that was nice. And this upcoming section has these test tubes where when you break them, it shoots these aim spread bullets. This section is really scary because you have to like dodge those while also maneuvering around. And yeah, I took a death there. Not even on the scary part, which is this part. But yeah, having low rank definitely makes this easier. But even now, it's a pretty scary section. Yeah, bombing at the end. This section is also scary because those little, like, I don't know, brown, yellow tanks, they are actually flying enemies that can ram into you and kill you. Which, I mean, they do like appear over other parts of the terrain, but they kind of don't look like they're flying to me. They look more like little tanks rolling on the ground. So it always trips me up when I run into one and die. Also, those big flamethrower turrets, if you kill them at a very specific time, they will drop a large bomb pickup, which is very useful, but I find it very difficult to time it. So I usually don't, like, intentionally go for it. I just kind of, like, hope it happens a bunch of times. But yeah, this game is, I got the one, so, like, back when I got into shmups for the first time in, I don't know, like 2009, 2010. I played this. I think I cleared the normal course. I might have made it to stage 6 a few times on the advanced course, but I never got much farther than that. So I picked it up a few days ago and ended up playing it for like 6 hours a day. I just got really into it. And yeah, so like, even though I cleared it relatively quickly, this is a pretty difficult game because the rank system kind of encourages you playing, like, not stocking up on lives. Yeah, oh, this part is annoying. So, with other characters, you can just sit at the top of the screen and kill the turrets with the options and they don't fire at you, but I can never get that to work with Carpet's options, so I just had to, like, actually learn how to do that section. Well, kind of half learn how to do that section. There are three patterns that I've seen it can do. I don't know if there are more. And I got kind of the middle one. Like, there's one that I'm slightly better at and one that I'm worse at. I'm worse at the one with the lasers. I forgot what I was talking about, but something that I probably should have explained a long time ago is that you see that little number 60 beside Advanced Level 7? That is the auto-fire rate. which you can actually change in-game by holding start and pressing A, and look there. My scoring was basically just perfect to line up and extend after the first phase of the final boss. So I was feeling pretty good here. I got 3 lives going into the final boss. But yeah, you can change the auto-fire rate by holding start and pressing A. So I just jacked that up to 60 hertz. So like one shot every frame basically. And shooting that often doesn't actually really help your damage output, I don't think, because the bosses have iframes. But my superstition is that 60 hertz will increase the amount of lag the game has and make it easier to dodge bullets. So that's why I use 60. You might see some people using like 30 or 20 because it kind of like lines up with the rhythm of their character's shot better. But I like using 60 for that sweet lag. So yeah, this boss has like a ton of different patterns, and fortunately it gave me some really easy ones, or the second phase gave me some really easy openers. Unfortunately, I intended to bomb there, but pressed the button too late. And I think I kind of, like, yeah, and then this often happens with Carpet's Bomb. As you're shrinking, you'll overestimate how long your iframes are and get hit. So yeah, now I'm down to 1 life. I could have easily lost it here, so I just like bombing like crazy. I feel like there was something important I forgot to talk about, but the run's almost over now, so maybe that'll never happen. And there we go. Finished with 1.5 bombs to spare. Oh yeah, I think I was talking about how, like, yeah, this game is hard because it's like a thing where the bullet patterns get easier if you stick to a low number of lives and don't pick up extends. Because dying reduces your rank, and picking up extends jacks it up by quite a bit. But that also makes it a lot more risky, so even though I just cleared it with 3 lives going into the final boss, I still had runs in this session that died on, like, stage 2 or 3 because I just, like, made some stupid mistakes and it cascaded into, like... And, of course, plenty of runs dying on stage 6 and 7 as well. But yeah, so this game has a normal course and an advanced course. And if you want to, like, if you're a shmup beginner, I think the normal course is actually a really good starting point because it only goes up to stage 5. So it's only like 10 minutes long, and it's significantly easier than the advanced course. But if you're not familiar with shmups, it's still like challenging, and it will still take like some effort and work to get a 1cc. So I think that's, yeah, I think that's a pretty good like beginner's game to try out. Hell yeah. Alright, time to enter my name. So I got kind of panicked here because it's got like the countdown. I'm like, where's the S? And it kept going through all this punctuation. Here's my S. And then I want a dot, not a comma, a dot. And then I thought, like, this character, I was like, what is this? Is this, like, Japanese for end or something? But it's an actual character that appears in your name. Well, goodbye.